Hey Kingsley, how you doing?
I feel very good, thank you.
So allocations.com, you've had supersized growth and plan a lot more. I just wanted to have a quick walk through the product because it's an amazing product if you want to launch a fund, an SPV or a crypto fund super quickly. So I want to see that and you've coining this new term AI buyout. So I wanted to go through that. So the stage is yours, as they say.
Definitely, yeah. So allocations.com is building an AI-powered private markets platform. And currently we're uh, doing fund administration for over $2 billion in assets, over 1,600 private funds, and over 24,000 high net worth investors. Really, the focus is on AI, on API driven, on automation for fund administration to make it very easy to start, manage, close, and distribute your funds.
Can we have a look at one being set up?
Oh,
What do we
yeah.
have? Yeah, yeah.
So let's go in. We can go start a fund. Let's say we start a fund called, let's say, Polyform Capital. You can go ahead, very efficient to set up a fund in the platform. We
Okay,
can
that's
then
quick.
edit. Yeah, let's say you want to raise, 100 million for your fund. You can put in the closing date, add the minimum investment. Let's say it's 100K. You can add your carry management fee, add financial statements. Let's say you want to have them monthly, and then go ahead and save. So very efficient. And then you can see what it looks like to invest. You can add in pitch deck, deal memo, very efficient invest flows. So it's very efficient, all done through the platform to add your identity. You can do that in less than a minute. You can fund via both USD wire and stablecoin. So I have a lot of international LPs that want to send with stablecoin. And then it's a one-click signing experience.
What will the lawyers do with something like this? You know?
Lawyers are getting disrupted, especially with AI, that, even things like the legal documents, we can generate them through the platform, leveraging our AI and APIs automatically. So you don't have to pay 100K for some legal docs. We will generate through the platform the legal docs for your fund.
That's crazy. And from like the end user as well, like if I'm an LP in that fund, what's the experience like that side?
Yeah, so very streamlined investing flow. It's a one-click experience. So, we've made it very streamlined. And then, as you can receive reports on the fund, we generate them through the platform. And so, on a monthly, quarterly, annual basis, you can see, all of
Amazing.
the balance sheet, income statement, cash flow statement, and your capital account statements.
Yeah, one of the problems with the fund, you have to set up a bank account as well. What about setting up a bank account?
Sure, yeah. So we set up bank accounts through the platform. You can both import an existing bank account or create a new bank account. And we support both USD and stablecoin settlement. So
Amazing.
bank account creation is done through the platform. And then, the reconciliation is also done through the platform. So let's go to the transactions. As you start receiving capital into the fund and out of the fund, you can actually reconcile the transactions yourself through the platform. Now, we also have a back office team that does this, but if it's a Sunday night and you're doing a test transaction, you can label that in the platform instantly. And a
Super.
lot of this reconciliation process is getting taken over by AI because, when transactions come through, it can actually start to auto reconcile based on the transaction memo. So gone are the days are from, speaking to your fund admin over email, going back and forth about reconciliation. It's all happening in the platform and leveraging AI.
Amazing. What about SPVs and crypto funds?
Yeah, so this is an example of a crypto fund. Again, you have the trades in here. We can integrate trades from Binance, from
So effectively, I'll see it all on chain, right?
sorry.
I'll see it on chain, yeah, effectively.
Yeah, yeah. So for crypto transactions, we can integrate that through here. We can integrate with any type of custodian or exchange, and show the settlement on chain.
Amazing.
Um, This is an example of a crypto fund, but let's say you're doing an SPV. Let's say you're raising an SPV to invest in SpaceX. It's very very efficient, same flows, and can get up and running extremely quickly.
What's the pricing for an SPV, by the way?
Yeah, so let me just go to here.
Actually,
So
the pricing for the SPV, and also what would I normally pay? And what about the time comparisons?
for existing clients, we can get from submitted to onboarding, we can do as fast as under 2 hours for existing clients.
Amazing.
So, but to become a client, it probably takes, up to a week for us to set up the account with the master account with the bank. But if you're an existing client, we can get you onboarded in as fast as under 2 hours.
Okay, cool. And how does the pricing comparative compare to the rest of the street?
It's up to 10x cheaper than doing it manually or
That's
with
crazy.
a manual lawyer and manual fund accountant. So
Yeah,
standard SPVs are from 10K for 10 years of, oh, sorry, for 5 years of service, and funds are starting from 20K a year.
amazing.
So very much more cost efficient. Again, it's a very automated platform with lots of API driven workflows and AI automation. I will give you a quick preview of the AI tooling in the platform. So very soon you'll be able to do things like generate financial statements for the fund through the platform. So, gone are the days of waiting weeks and weeks and months to get financial statements. With our ledger technology, we are able to generate financial statements and tax returns through our AI model.
That's amazing. Okay. So obviously you're using a lot of AI. What did your company look like 2 years ago, and what does it look like today in terms of staff numbers and where that staff is spent as well?
We're 10x more efficient. Each
Okay.
person on the team is servicing around 100 private funds.
Okay.
So, 10x more efficient. AI models have, drastically reduced in cost. So
Yep.
the cost to service each fund has gone down significantly, and then we can pass on those savings to our clients.
Yeah, and in turn they can pass that saving on to the actual underlying investor as well, right?
Exactly. LP shouldn't be scammed with, high administration costs. It should
Yeah.
be efficient. The age of AI, you should be asking your fund admin, what is your cost to service each fund?
Yeah.
How are you leveraging AI to significantly reduce costs? You don't need to hire loads of lawyers. You don't need a ton of fund accountants. You don't need a ton of compliance specialists. You can generate a lot of these workflows with a smaller team, maybe one compliance specialist, maybe one legal engineer, maybe one fund accounting engineer, with a lot of AI and a model that you train over time that gets smarter with every fund.
So obviously you come from Silicon Valley. You've been through the physical a lot of physical stuff, and then you've slashed and integrated a lot of AI, right? There's still a lot of fund admins out there that haven't sort of taken that step yet. And you see an opportunity to like coin the term AI buyout. So you come in, you effectively buy the company, you take a good legacy business and then make it Silicon Valley and AI streamlined.
Definitely, this is the era of AI buyouts, and we're leveraging AI to buy out other private markets platforms. We have a few targets that we're, getting close to closing in on, and they have, bloated teams, they have bloated expense, they don't use a lot of AI, they don't have API-driven platforms, they don't write code with AI, they have, hundreds of headcount, and we can drastically reduce that by, 80, 90% by leveraging our AI models, API-driven workflows, and automation.
I love it. Well, like that puts more hands, more cash in the hands of LPs, right? It reduces the cost. So
Definitely.
long
Yeah,
term,
we'll see an era of
hands are better.
very profitable. We'll see an era of very profitable companies driven by AI, and ultimately companies will be able to generate more net income, that eventually they'll be able to distribute more dividends to shareholders. And
Yeah.
we'll see legacy providers getting bought out by AI-driven platforms, that significantly reduce cost and scale revenue and net income.
How
So we
far,
think there's
um, like traditional investment banks? I mean, like I'm still getting, people, friends that no-name investment banks, but like ask me what Read AI is, like how far away is like those bulge bracket investment banks from something like embracing this AI revolution?
I think more fintechs will start to get disrupted.
Yeah.
Traditional investment banks would get disrupted by AI-driven investment banks. So you don't need to have, hundreds of analysts working on deals or associates. You can do a lot of, research with AI tools, and you can reduce headcount substantially. So we'll see a lot of challenger fintechs that are highly AI leveraged that disrupt the incumbents.
I love what you're doing and can't wait to see the success of the business, especially as an investor and also acquisitions coming up.
Thank
Cool.
you. Yeah, definitely. We have a lot planned in the pipeline.
Amazing. Cool. Thanks, Kingsley. Bye.
Thank you.